It saves no matter what. Once I stop, it saves
Alright,
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So is it back up?
Back up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why the fuck is that happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's cold.
Maybe
Hey,
it's,
well,
maybe you're losing the Wi-Fi. Maybe you're dropping the
It's
Wi-Fi.
his fucking shitty Wi-Fi.
I think it's probably the Wi-Fi.
Are you connected to the extender?
I don't know. I connected to whatever you told me to connect to.
Because
No matter what, it's your fucking fault.
It's his fucking house.
Yeah, exactly. You can't carry this? Come on, man. Simple podcast? Come on. So what do we want to talk about now? What do you got next?
oh, we talked about the Q.
You want to talk about the future of the W?
We can. Yeah.
So I talked about it like last week, I think,
Yeah.
with how crazy the speed is this year.
Yes.
Next year it gets crazier.
But not hugely. Like just to like.
Hugely.
Really?
Like 60 more players get 5 speed next year.
Oh my god.
How many now?
60 more. Wow.
Oh.
So next year is going to be even more souped up, but then it falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
So there's currently 262 players at 5 speed this year.
Yeah.
Next season it's 320.
Holy fuck.
Then the year after that, 116.
So that's a huge difference. Yeah.
So it goes from every person on everybody's roster is 5 speed.
And then it
So
drops
you're
off.
you're lucky if you have a
You have a 5.
you have 2. If you're lucky if you have 2.
Which is where we were prior. Really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prior. I mean,
But
that's
then-
really the cue.
But then it keeps dropping.
And wait, I think it's true that in the original 95, there's only like 3 players.
There was like, yeah, it was a really small amount.
Like,
Yeah,
Bueller-
there's
Really?
only a few.
Really? Is that
Yeah,
Someone said
yeah,
it.
and then
Really?
LHX
I
broke
think
it down.
it's more than 3, but it's...
No, but it's like under a dozen. It's under a dozen.
Yeah, correct.
It's a
I know.
small
Yeah.
amount, and then because LHX broke it down one year because the Karpetsov was one of the guys that was like a
Really?
6,
Oh.
like one of the 6 or 7 guys that was a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he broke the numbers all down, and it was
Boy,
just
for
like
sure.
it's gone, it's exploded, and now
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna come back down.
But like significantly. So after that,
Yeah,
it goes.
40,
no,
a
it
bunch
goes.
of people.
Yeah, it goes 116, 96, 42.
42. What
Yeah.
year is that?
2006.
That's the big year too.
That I think that
Is
year
that before the reset? Because 2006
That's the
draft is insane.
But
So all those guys
nobody's
aren't fast.
Nobody's fast. Yeah.
Holy shit! There's like 80 guys in the 2006 draft that are studs. Because
But they're not
in
fast.
2005
Nobody's
there was a
fast,
lockdown.
yeah.
So all the guys that were supposed to be in 05. So you have 2 drafts combined in 05, 06.
Yeah.
So
So
then it
you
goes,
shit
yeah,
ton of
it
Oh,
goes
wait.
42, 37, 51. It doesn't get above 50.
That's crazy. And
For the
we're at
next- for the
300.
next- for the
We're at
next-
300 right now.
We're gonna be 300 next year. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
So
To
yeah.
drop off by
If
3.
you have a couple of them, don't they stay that fast?
No,
Or
it goes.
No,
It changes.
just-
Yeah,
it changes.
through their career.
Yeah,
Oh,
It
so
changes
the
the
players
career.
you had were going to drop.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So that-
Every year their numbers change.
So I put that out there. Like, when I saw that, I put that out there. It's like, don't trade
It just
your
depends.
5-speed player.
Listen.
Don't do it.
It just depends on how they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Well, can you pull
You can
up
have
so
one-
he can see actually the chart of the player's skills? Do you have
Oh,
that
yeah,
on the Google
Yeah,
sheet?
Yeah.
So you can see this. Then you can see the actual numbers of what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
I'll pull up on that. Yeah. So I mean, like, to go from 300 to 50.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
So-
crazy.
That's
So people that
insane.
have 5-speed players, just those are a commodity.
Yes. Big
Like,
time.
either hold on to them or if you're gonna trade them, get what they're worth because I mean
While
there's
we're-
not that many.
while we're
Like
doing
say, if you
that,
have like a shitty goalie, you
Check
need
if any
somebody. You know what I mean?
people-
Right. That's
You
what I
gotta
mean.
make trades.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
Right. Yeah. Like
Do you need a beer?
a 5-speed
I do.
player is worth.
Check if
like,
any people
Yeah,
have
a
questions.
goalie and
Yeah, right.
defenseman. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So I mean, I think I was sorted by the 2013 year.
It's
So
like Nips.
this is a year.
Sean's criticizing it.
What's
Sean's criticizing the high style.
So
he said?
we
Auto takes out a huge
so,
part of the skill of the
again,
game.
it's-
Either way.
it's
No,
technically
it's not,
0 to
Sean.
5.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
think it's actually
Because
0.
playing auto, when
So,
you
like,
play
so
manual,
5
you don't
speed
play
is like-
defense. It
basically,
takes out the
there's
defensive
some
part of the
6, but
game.
very few.
And that's always
Yeah,
been my
but, like,
complaint, is that when
so
you focus on playing the
Easier
goalie,
numbers,
you stop
but
playing
that's how you get
defense.
to the overall
Well,
of, like,
There's
Hey.
3 parts to a game.
So
Offense,
that's
defense, and the goalie.
Yeah.
Hey, I
103,
plays
that's
defense.
like
Yeah,
out of
exactly.
this world.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, I can say.
So you
That's
take yourself
true.
out of playing the
That's true.
defense.
Yeah, I'll take a while. But see, I will.
They're saying there's a lack
Yeah,
of drinking.
I will
Yeah,
eventually.
you
Oh
better
yeah,
drink.
so like you can go
I'm
as
drinking
in
whiskey.
depth or
I'm bringing out the Wendell
or
Clark.
out of depth
No.
as
Please
you want
don't.
to. Like, these are your like your
Yeah, I'd rather
overall.
drink his.
It's nice
Oh, you want more of his?
That's
I'd rather-
Yeah, right, yeah, right.
Who's
He
got
just
what?
denied the Wendell Clark.
What?
Derek, he just denied your whiskey. He'd
Oh,
rather
that shit
drink
was-
points.
That shit was decent.
No, he likes yours. No, he did not. I was going to pour some Wendell Clark. He said,
Wow.
I don't want to do that.
If you want some of the good stuff,
Yours is good.
Yeah, mine was pretty good. No offense, son.
And to be honest, Sutton said he's like, this isn't the greatest whiskey.
But it's Wendell Clark.
Yeah.
There's a connection.
Well, there's like 6. It said there's 6. I think there's 6 alumni. See, that it says there's one of 6 alumni.
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm guessing like a bunch of them made.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
So Sean Bell's criticizing.
He's criticizing.
Well, he's just saying that. So Sean has, and he's always said this, is that when he feels that when you play auto goalie, you're cheapening out on the goaltending skill. But my opinion has always been, but when you play manual goal, you're cheapening out on your defense because you're not playing defense.
Yeah, I think so.
So I get what Sean's saying though. Like you get everything out of the game when you have manual.
Yeah.
Because like
You can play every
you
part.
play every part.
Play every part.
But where I was not a big proponent of auto goalie, it's a completely different game.
Let me just tell you. So where I'm talking about the skill of all 3, when I play Salvo and he goalie sits and he doesn't touch his defense, right?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. When you don't play your defense at all and you just sit on the goalie,
Sure.
that's different. So if you're sitting on the goalie to make a save and then you quick switch to the defense to throw a check, that's one thing.
Right.
But when you never come off of the goalie when the other team's in the zone,
It's not just Salvo though. I mean.
No. I'm just using. I'm being a dick to Salvo right now.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, like that's a big difference to me. When you don't come off the goalie and you never touch your defense,
and that's where
that's a total difference.
That's where the auto goalie tournament was a lot more. It feels like more of a chess match. Where
yes. You miss that check, you're fucked.
You miss a check, you're fucked. Right, yeah. So you make one wrong move, you're fucked. Which is...
Yes. And dude, how many times did you find yourself hitting the B button to pick the goal?
A lot.
All the way to the last game I played.
I'm telling you, dude. I was like hitting that B
it's
button.
Crazy
and
how
I'm like,
that
what the fuck?
is ingrained into my brain.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, you tried. I'm like, fuck, if I could just get the fucking goalie.
Right.
But like Sean's, what he's saying, he's still going to be a top player.
Shit, I can beat
Like Sean's still going to be a top player.
Yeah.
In a high tournament.
It'll take him
because of his ability to check.
Right. It'll take him a couple games just to get used to that
Well,
style.
that's all checking and his
Like
offense.
what's the
played-
saying?
he's
When they
played
goalie
so many
sit,
years.
you can just skate around and get a penalty. But that doesn't happen every time. It doesn't happen every time. Don't get me wrong. It does happen sometimes
It happens a lot.
when you control the
It
puck,
happens a lot,
and you
yeah.
can.
Yeah, it happens.
You can draw penalties.
For sure, yeah.
Definitely. But it doesn't happen every time. Like, I'm telling you, when I play Salvo and he's sitting on the fucking goal, he literally doesn't do anything but squat in the center of the net.
Yeah.
Like, well, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's
It's
nothing
tough.
you can do. There's
Right,
nothing
it's
you can do.
Listen,
Except do what JP's trying to do.
But it is.
That's
There's
what
ways around it.
But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to crash the net. That's what I'm going to do.
That and the dump.
Yeah.
Their guy hit their player
Yes.
and they're fucked.
Well,
Yeah.
but if he's on the goaltender, he's waiting for me to come out of the corner.
But
You know what I
but if you dump it,
And
let
make
their player get it.
Oh, let him actually
Yeah,
get it.
then they're dead
Gotcha.
man. So I mean there's ways around it.
No,
Dead
but-
manning is when you crush the guy in the corner and he can't get up.
Yeah,
Can't do anything.
And then as Sutton says, the seagull just
Yeah.
can't,
Don't
can't,
flip
can't
it.
defend the seagull. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what you can do, and what I do more this season than ever, especially against a team that flips the puck
Yeah.
in the corner. Take the goalie right away.
Yeah. Get your goalie in the center of the net.
Don't
Yeah.
chase him in the corner.
Yeah.
Just don't, because
Yeah.
he's going to get to that puck.
You'll get that man.
He's going to try to flip it in the middle
Yep.
or do whatever he does, go behind the net. And if you have the goalie, you're in control.
Yeah.
If you chase him, you miss, you're fucked.
Well, once you have the goalie, and nothing in the middle of the ice is going to score.
But
Yeah.
I
Right?
think
You shut down the whole middle
I
of
think
the ice.
the best way is what you said. Get your goalie, recenter him, but then go after him.
Yeah, and then if you can play the
Right.
defense and catch him.
You don't
yeah.
always need to sit. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes you do.
but there are times where just get your goalie recenter.
But
then
there's a
get
lot
hit.
of guys in this league that I can squat with my defense too.
Yeah.
If I just take my
You don't even
defenseman
need
and
a
sit him
goalie.
in the center of the
Yeah,
two
right.
circles,
Yeah.
it shuts down their offense
Yeah.
because they don't know how to get the puck.
They're relying on
Yeah,
the one time.
exactly. They can't get it to the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why I swept San Diego this year.
He relies on the one time.
I know.
Yeah.
But Magnus's favorite shot is the one timer.
Yeah.
Dude, when he
Solani puts it in.
well, even
Yeah.
in his first 2 seasons when he had,
Yeah,
who was it,
not-
Ronning that was scoring all his goals?
No.
Who was it? He had somebody that was pounding it.
Nolan.
Oh no, Owen Nolan. Owen Nolan was scoring like 90 goals on
Yeah.
one timers, and he was
Yeah.
like, that's what all he shoots. And that's why we started calling him a one trick pony. He's not a one trick pony.
No.
Magnus, you're not a one trick pony.
No.
But
Listen.
you definitely like the one timer.
Sure.
Well,
everybody likes
but it's
that.
not just the
Everybody
one
likes
timer.
their one stop.
It's the
yeah.
Magnus Clapper.
Yeah.
That's not a one-timer.
He's
No, it's
That's a
he's
slap shot.
toned that down though.
Yeah.
This season he doesn't really try.
Well,
to-
I think
I prefer somebody to do
Listen,
that.
I think
Give me that
people-
honesty. If you're gonna back off my defense and shoot a slapper from up top,
Sure.
I'm fine with that. Because
You're
right
gonna
now,
let
to
me
be
shoot-
honest,
you're gonna let me shoot it.
well,
yeah.
my 285 rated defensemen, one of them is coming in and sticking his stick out and taking the puck.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
When you're gonna try to slap it in and he just comes across and takes it.
Yeah, speaking of strategy and all this stuff, the down Bs. I'm doing it.
He did it. He did it for
years.
He did it first me.
I'm doing it.
He
He
did it.
says,
Listen,
dude.
I beat him
Right.
2-0, and then the first shift of the next game he down B's and scores on me in the next game, and I was like, okay, all right. I didn't realize we were like that.
Motherfucker.
I thought we were friends.
He-
I thought we were friends.
He literally harassed the shit out of me
yeah.
because I said, I don't give a fuck. If it's something that can score, I'm going to use it. I don't care. And then so in the playoffs last year, I eliminated LHX in our final playoff game with a down B. And then I eliminated Autobahn to go to the conference finals with a down B. So I eliminated both my playoff opponents with a fucking down B.
I
And
did an
listen to
overtime in Highland Avenue. I forget who it was against.
Yeah.
And it was an overtime. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, down B, boom, right in.
Yeah.
I felt bad. The guy next to me looking at me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You feel bad? I feel
Sorry,
bad.
man.
I'm not even sorry.
No, I feel bad for like a second.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, I don't give
So
a
did I. I
fuck.
was like, well, I had to. It was there. I'm like, fuck this. Boom.
Listen, I have to say
So,
this though.
Plus wanted to know: are you a down B guy?
No.
You'll do it.
I'll do it because it was. It just came to my mind. Like, hey, down B.
There are times-
Derek says you down B too much.
There are times when down B is like acceptable, like
Yes.
end of period.
That was probably the first
Sure,
time.
if you're
for the whole
down
game.
3,
And maybe my
Or
last.
So like what I
rebounds,
said,
yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
down, if I'm down
A
1-0 in the,
sure.
if I'm down by a goal in the third period and nothing seems to be working,
Yeah.
and I have a guy that's coming across, it's not Eiserman, I'm firing that fucking down B.
Sure.
You might see me do it more now because I know I'm not probably going to win a lot and not score a lot. So I figure a lot of stuff out, and if that's open, I'm going to take the shot.
Sure. But it's defendable. Like
It is defendable.
But guess who else is doing it now?
Who?
Sean Bell.
Is he really?
Absolutely.
Sean is firing down Bs.
I don't know. He's not doing it.
So he did it. He did it on the queue as
He's
a
doing it.
as a point. So
And
Sean,
it was
Sean, I need a response
Listen.
to this. I need a
No.
response, Sean.
No.
in my last 2 W games against Sean, he had a couple of down Bs. He didn't score.
I have never
He
seen
tried.
Sean shoot a down B.
He tried.
To be honest with you, when I'm playing Sean and
You
Colin,
should have seen the Q playoffs last year.
he was firing down Bs.
Exclusively. The one game to make a point because everybody's like it was a big thing. Like everybody's shooting down B's all of a sudden. He exclusively shot down B's and won both games.
He just called it an arrow. He just called it an arrow in the quiver. Fuck you, Sean. When you're a 5-time champion, you don't use down B. That's for us guys who suck. Don't use the down B, motherfucker.
It was
I forget the champion.
It was a game. It was a game versus Sutton, and it was unbelievable. He only shot down B's.
Only down B's. I am fucking. My mind
No,
is
he did
blown.
it. But he did it to make a point. It's like,
Yeah,
he's
I
like,
don't give a fuck. He doesn't need to make a point. He doesn't need to win the Q too. Let us plebes win the fucking Q. Jesus
I
Christ.
loved it because it
know,
made a
I
point.
know.
It made a point. Like it's a mostly unskilled play.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
no
is.
doubt about it.
It is, but like I said, it's an unskilled play. But Daze shot both of those ones that ended those both series, and his accuracy is a 5,
there
and
are
his shooting
times-
power
yeah.
is a 5. So there's
Sure.
guys that are better at it because if I try to shoot
Oh,
that
no
with
doubt about it.
Hammerlick,
Yeah.
if I shoot with
Right.
Hammerlick, it goes high and goes over the
Yeah.
boards.
Yeah.
But if I shoot with Daze, it's
Sure.
fucking every time on net.
And there are times where, say you're not fully ahead of somebody, and you're not really going to go on a breakaway.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Maybe-
if you feel like
maybe
you're
that's
getting
okay.
caught, if you feel like you're
Right.
getting
Some
caught,
people will dump it, maybe down B instead. But like when people do it on instead of a breakaway,
yeah, that's
That-
frustrating.
that-
That's
Yeah,
frustrating.
that
would
feels
be, yeah, that would be
frustrating, yeah.
frustrating. Yeah. But if you're down, you're losing by 1. It's almost time's up. And
yeah,
that's just,
sure. Oh,
Yeah,
time's
shot
up,
That's it.
oh,
There, fuck
yeah,
it. Bang.
Time's running
There
out,
are-
dude.
there are
Anything
time-
goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you beat? No, JP did it up B. He did an up
He
B.
did up B,
one.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
up B. Yeah.
I mean, to
Anyway,
me, I've said this before, but it's just an added part of my arsenal.
It's not at this point. At this point, you're using it like your
No.
third shot. If you could set 3 shots on your A, B, C, your C button would be down B.
No, to me, listen, one-timers, cross creases, down Bs. It's there.
To be fair,
Part of it.
I wasn't expecting. So I beat him 2-0 the first game.
Yeah.
The first shift of the next game, he down beat. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
So I should. I
It's
could have.
tricky.
Maybe I could have defended it better.
Yeah.
But
What was the score of that
it
game?
4-3. We went to overtime. I
And I
think?
won.
Yeah, you won that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a down B. You had
So out of 4
Fucking
goals,
frustrating. Games,
1
man.
goal was down
He
me.
had a trickling
Okay.
one shot that went through. My goalie saved it, but then it trickled
Oh,
through.
the worst.
Had that, the down B.
You know what I've had twice this year?
What's that?
Twice. The spinning in the net.
Yeah.
Twice this year.
I've seen
Like
it
that's
couple times.
happening
I've
a
only seen it
lot.
couple
That's happening
times.
a lot in this.
Yeah.
Since the ROM's been updated, it's happening a lot.
Yeah.
Derek's talking about the Wendell Clark kicking it. We haven't even touched it yet. This is Caden's good whiskey. We'll get to the Wendell Clark. Bob's gonna pound it.
This is an real shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't know, man.
So I don't, it's just one of the shots
Yeah,
for me.
but I'm still shocked that Sean is using it.
Well, yeah. I haven't played him yet.
So wait, you're saying only in the Q? He's not using it in the W?
I don't know about the W.
He
might
used
have
it
used
against me.
He used it in the
He
W?
tried it.
Sean, I'm disappointed. I never thought I would utter the words. I was disappointed.
Listen.
I'm disappointed.
Listen, I'm going to brag a little bit, right? My first 2 games against Sean, I beat him and lost in overtime.
Those were good games. Yeah.
So the second 2, I think he was like, I could have come out and beat this guy. He swept me.
Only against the Wolf and
The
Diaz,
fact-
he said. He
the
said he
fact-
only uses it against the Wolf
He
and Diaz.
knows.
All right, Sean. I'll give you. There you go, Sean. I'll let it go. You're allowed to do. You can do whatever you want against this motherfucker.
This guy,
I don't
this
give a
guy, no
fuck.
shame down
Yeah.
being anybody.
Yeah, this guy deserves what he gets. So you do it. You do it up. That's all that matters.
There's a guy that ran 20 points up on my kid one day.
Oh
And
yeah.
I've never forgotten.
Oh, that story.
What?
Yeah, he
Oh,
scored
yeah.
20 goals on his son.
Oh, my
What?
son.
On
The
his
kid
son.
didn't have to play.
We were playing outside one night, and Andrew, his oldest, sat down to sit to play against Chell, and Chell scores 20 goals on him.
Like, yo, Chow.
Jesus.
The poor kid,
Yeah.
the poor kid
Yeah.
was like
That's worse.
15. Like 15.
That's worse than.
It's like fucking,
That's
like,
worse than yeah.
kick
Dan
him in the
beat me
ball.
14 nothing the first time I played the game.
Wait, no, he also beat Kagan 21 nothing at
What?
high.
And
At
high.
How
high.
do you even score?
And
Because
21
Kagan was
goals?
dead. He wasn't even alive.
He wasn't. Even I get like, yo, Chow, I'm not
Is that the year with the neck
Pretty
brace?
sure he's
No.
not.
It was the year after the
He
neck
was
brace?
just drunk. Yeah.
He was just drunk.
But he wasn't
He's
sleeping.
gotten better. He has gotten better.
Listen, he was not sleeping, though.
He wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
Look,
He's gotten
Yeah.
better.
Kagan is a gamer, and like I said, if you can get him not be fucked up, Kagan can play.
Listen,
Correct. Oh, yeah.
But when he's fucked up, it's
Which one
worthless.
was Kagan?
he's the one with Detroit.
It was Detroit. Okay.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
He's fine.
And he's a great time.
He actually played me tough in one game.
Yeah, no.
I think he let me film beating him.
He,
I put the beads on. I was like, ooh! And he kneeled down.
But
I didn't even get any beats.
I didn't. Yeah, so I didn't get beaten, but I beat 2 guys, and the first guy was like, "I'm not going to beat you. That feels wrong." Yeah.
It added a whole nother thing, didn't
But
it?
then I forget who it was, but he said, "You have to beat me." Like I beat him 4-0, and he's like, "You need to give me the beads." It's like,
You need to get the
okay.
beads.
That probably was-
He was into it.
that might have been Kagan.
I think it was Kagan.
Yeah.
He wanted you to beat him.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did to me.
Oh
He came
yeah,
up to me,
he
he's
asked
like-
me to beat him.
Yeah, he came up to me. He's like, "You're putting him on." I'm like,
All right.
"Somebody pull up."
Amy.
Oh, you need.
You did not. Yes, you beat me by 1 goal, 2-1.
Oh, he said he beat you.
Yeah, he did not beat me. You beat me 2-1.
Did DS beat anyone?
In the.
Diaz beat everybody.
Yeah,
He said
he was
no. Did he
5-1.
bead? Did he
Oh.
bead?
He said he beat somebody, but he didn't.
Or
win.
Dan? He said you were Dan.
It was not me. He only beat me 2-1.
Dan at I drives me nuts because like he's always like especially his first 3 years I picked him to like I thought he would win one by now.
Yeah.
I'm shocked Dan hasn't won one by
So
now.
much. Look
How
at the team he
days-
had.
I know he.
Look at the team he had.
I
He had
know.
one of the shittiest teams that got where he got.
He can't. Well, this year again, when it mattered, I beat him.
Yeah, but he's also tripping.
This year,
He was.
Honestly,
He was
I have.
He was
Honestly,
high.
if you
He was
ask
high,
him-
yeah.
If you ask him,
Well-
I have a very good record against him.
listen, it's not just that. This year, he was exclusively drinking whiskey.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Well,
he
that's it.
was.
He's a bourbon guy now, exclusively. Yeah,
7-0. He said he beat Dan 7-0.
I believe it. Early in the night when he's not like
Tuned in.
He's not too. Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs a couple to refocus up.
I haven't played Dan in a couple of years, but
Dan's a good player, man.
Dan's a good
He's
player.
a good
yeah,
player.
no doubt about that.
You can't leave that one timer open because he's gonna fucking stick it up your ass.
He's gonna find it and
Yeah, every fucking
drill
time.
it.
Every time.
14-0. He beat me 14-0.
Wow. Yeah, so
Why am I shocked you should have?
my first few years, I still can't beat him. I don't know why.
Who? You can't.
He
I
beats
You
me.
beat him.
Well, he means like consistently.
Consistent.
Well, no, but there is. You have one of the biggest wins against him. You were up. He was up 2 goals on you. JP tells this story all the time.
Yeah, I don't.
He was up 2 goals on you. JP went up to go to the bathroom, take a piss, and he came out and you were up a goal on him, and you beat him. You came back and you beat him.
Yeah.
He's like,
Well,
Yeah, well, no, dude.
Well,
I
listen,
got that.
I don't
it was
remember.
like 4 years ago. But
Yeah. But that shit, I don't keep that shit. I don't. It's like Joe could remember that shit. I don't.
you need to remember that shit though. That's the whole fucking point.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't.
Yeah, but you have to have shit to hold over people's heads. That's the whole fucking point of this.
No, I remember when we did to my
That's
kid.
all this is
all
about.
I-
That's all.
Someday,
That's all
someday
we're
it's
doing
gonna
here.
come back.
I
Someday
know,
it's gonna do to my kid.
and that's
I'll
what
give
it's
it
about. Is
Oh,
you
yeah.
being able to text and say, "I just fucking kicked your ass." That's all it's about.
Don't worry.
He
That
beats
day will
me.
come.
He
Every
beats
once
me.
in a while.
Yeah, I remember one time in Dave's garage.
Yeah.
You beat me pretty bad, and you were jazzed up.
Just feeling in the right mood.
Let me go back to some of these questions now that
Yeah.
we're way
So
down.
something makes a good point. Like, what does Dan do when Madonna is done?
Well,
His whole team is.
but we have been.
centered around
I think
Madonna.
we have said definitely last season and in season 6, and we said he should have traded Madonna.
But Madonna only gets better for the next 4 years.
I know, but you can get
He's
your
gonna
max.
be a 6'6" guy.
But he can
Which
get
is
max.
crazy. Yeah.
He can get
Holy
max
shit.
return from
I
Madonna
agree.
right now.
I
He could get
totally
a
agree.
first round. He could get a first round pick in this year and next year if he wanted it.
Yeah, I agree.
If he wanted it.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
But the same thing's been said about me and Lindros. He's not getting rid of him.
Yeah, right. Like
He's
it's
not
when
gonna
it's your
trade
guy.
him.
When it's your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
agree.
understand, but you're missing out on an opportunity then to
Well,
be able
like-
to build your team.
But like, and that's the problem with always being a good player.
Yeah.
You're never going to
Yeah,
get a good
shitty
draft
pick.
pick.
Yeah.
So it doesn't pay to be like a mediocre player in the league.
No, I hear you. Sometimes like getting into shitty and making it to the
It
final
helps.
two,
It helps. Yeah.
That would definitely.
or just having a shitty
That's-
season.
Right. That's the thing about Dan.
Much-
His team sucks. Look at the rest of his team.
I know, and that
Madonna was carrying
it's better.
him.
It's better than what it was because
Yeah, right. He
before
dropped
he
a
got
couple
Hull,
guys, yeah.
before he got Prosper.
That was a good trade
Yeah,
for,
like,
for
you got-
both of you. I think
to
that was a
have
good
Hull,
trade,
Prosper, and he's got somebody else now too.
Who did I get?
You got
Graves,
you got Graves for that trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you traded?
Hull.
Yeah, but you traded Graves
I
and
did.
Hull.
Well, then you got rid of Graves too.
Yeah,
For what?
I don't know.
I don't.
Nobody
I
can
don't
keep
know.
track.
I traded Graves to JP.
For who?
Yes, for what?
Claude Lemieux. It was a good trade though.
You
because-
traded? No, it wasn't, because he went to Uganda and had over 100 points
Yeah, but
Graves
and
is
got
so
JP
good,
into the
yeah.
playoffs, and you didn't make the playoffs. How is that a good trade?
good trade.
No, the guy you traded got JP into the playoffs, and you didn't get into the playoffs.
Graves for like what we played.
Yeah.
In the
No,
yeah,
no,
not-
yeah,
Five,
right,
yeah,
no,
see,
Graves
that's
could
what I
not,
have to
yeah.
learn now. Like I know all these
There are
players
players that have
that
evolved.
now
Yeah,
evolved.
past
It's like this is
95,
gonna
yeah.
blow my
Listen.
mind.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh,
It makes a big
shit.
difference, yeah.
I traded Graves because Leclerc, I thought,
was the same player.
was like Graves on steroids.
Yeah.
But he turned out not to be.
Right. Well.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I think Gene uses Leclerc as a center, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So Leclerc on left wing, like getting into the corners.
Yeah.
And for some reason though,
But isn't he slow?
not
Leclerc?
that season.
No, he's fast.
That's
He's
Oh,
fast.
currently
Leclerc's
he's fast,
stats
yeah.
never made sense. For him being a 5-speed,
He's not.
makes no
He was
sense at
never
all.
a fast
Never.
guy.
He
he
should
was
never been
never
over
I mean,
4.
overall,
He
I
should
know
never
he
been
was
over
never
4.
fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a fan.
Takes
He
no-
was more.
no sense.
He was a bigger, more
Body.
bruiser type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a
right,
power forward.
Yeah, exactly.
With a bad back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So that was confusing to me.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I know that.
I'm like, like we said earlier, the fact that the Morrow shit didn't work out for me has worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Scania's good for 2 years. Look,
No.
No.
Then he
Look down
comes
the
back.
line.
shut up! He's only good for 2 years.
He comes back.
He comes back. Yeah. There's.
Yeah, in 5 years.
Yeah, it takes a while.
No, a
Takes a
couple
little
years.
while. He's in the low 70s.
It's
for a couple
those-
years.
It takes like 4 years.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Derek wants to know, when will Wolf double down on winning the championship?
Great fucking question. Oh my gosh. I said it last time. Can I back off that statement today? I think I have to.
You're backing off the statement?
I don't think I can
You're
win.
102 points.
Wow. You all right? Drink that whiskey. You sure?
102 points is
I
significant.
can get to 101, I think.
Okay, so now he's
Oh,
saying 101
he went
points.
down 1 point.
He went down 1 point
No.
to 101.
Listen, I have 20 games left. So that's potentially 40 points. Potentially.
Sure.
Not going to get 40.
No, you're going to get 27.
So right now I'm at 70. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So you're at 90. Yeah.
I'll pull it up. Hold on.
I did the math. I need to go 15 and 5 to get to 101. 15 and 5 last 20.
I don't know your schedule, so I
It's
can't.
a lot. That's
It's about the percentage I'm doing right now.
That's fine. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna smack my balls across your
But
face.
if I do what I'm doing,
So you have 71 points right now.
if I do what I'm doing,
With how many games left? 20.
20.
20 games left.
So 40 points, and he's playing at what a clip? 6.
We're currently 634.
634. So say he wins. Say he wins.
50. I need to go 15 and 5 to get to 101.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna go 15 and 5.
If I do,
Depending on your schedule.
Yeah, but
you're not
gonna go
I'll look at
55.
his schedule.
well, what's that?
Yeah.
I can tell you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna go 55.
It's 4 against Unholy. It's 4 against.
Okay, hold on a
I'm
second.
always playing.
We're getting questions
now.
coming in. So you're not doubling down is the question. Is you're
Against winning it all,
yeah, you're backing off that statement.
I think I can get to the final 4.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
he's back. Yes, Derek, he's backed off that statement.
His
So now he's
schedule-
saying final 4.
His schedule's hard.
Whose?
His.
Yours. I thought you
Oh.
said you played all your fucking hard teams.
Oh.
Nope, he
No.
did not.
You're so fucking full of
I'm
shit.
done.
LHX.
I'm done with Sean. I'm done with. I'm
All
done
right,
with.
listen to his
Yes.
schedule. Listen to his schedule. LHX, Providence, Lloyd, Nips, you, Vic, Yoda, B. Clinton for 4, Unholy Grail for 4.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Those are not easy.
No, you have a tough schedule coming.
To get 15 out of that.
So what's 500? What's 500 get you?
20 points.
So what's
I'm
up with you?
91.
91. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Which is a good season.
Yeah.
right.
I see you at 91 points.
Which
That's
I
where
get
see
that. Yeah, that's where I have you.
Okay, so let me
prediction
let me do this next question then, because I want to be able to get these in. So, Hoth, would you rather beat Sunnyvale or Ticklepuss?
I've already beat Sunnyvale twice.
Fuck you, asshole!
So-
I don't know. I think he's meaning in the playoffs. I think he's meaning.
Oh, in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think he's
I would love.
You'd rather face me
I would,
than Ticklepuss.
well, I would rather face
Yeah,
you.
you'd rather face me.
Only because but I would prefer to beat Ticklepuss because that would be like my ultimate revenge. That was my first playoff experience.
Okay.
Got him to 7. I would love to beat him.
Okay.
This
Okay.
year doesn't feel likely.
All right. So he would definitely rather face me. So let's do now. Sean has a question. Other than Puss, what players have a legitimate chance to beat Thunder Bay to win a Brule in the next 3 seasons?
Jesus.
And now, mind you, stats are geeked up for this season and next
But let
season.
me ask you. He's asking that question.
They're
Is it like assuming he's going to be in the finals?
yeah, right.
So it's gotta be from the other
who's going to
conference.
beat him? Right.
Yeah,
From
Sean. That's what
Pennsylvania.
Sean's expecting. Remember, he told us he was going to be in 8 finals.
Yeah,
in a
he
row.
said he was going to do 8
Yeah.
in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think so. Someone had a good question. Whose post lockout team?
is better.
Is better.
Is really good.
There's-
Because it's not
there-
Puss.
there's
Puss's
not-
team is shit as
There is some
fuck, dude.
shit teams
Yeah.
post
Yeah,
lockout.
post lockout stuff. Because 2005, you're based like I said, 2006 draft is
Yeah.
based on the resetting the league.
Yeah.
That's where all the 95 legends are gone, and
yeah.
we're restocking with
Yep.
the Malkins, the Crosbys, those
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
That's when all those guys come in. So yeah, so to be honest
If
with
I'm
you,
running down,
a legitimate chance. It's to me, it's Puss, and if Nips ever got out of his way, maybe Nips. Colin's not here anymore. Nick,
He's in the same conference.
Nick's in the same conference.
Oh.
but like I think he means who would knock him out of the playoffs.
Well, Nick is there.
I think
I'm
Nick,
always
Nick
fine
gets
with
there,
Nick.
Yeah. Nick
Nick's
gets there.
pushed him, but
Well, you have to say his
Nick's the
brother.
head of all the Minnesota guys. Ceydan
Listen,
is his
his
name.
brother,
Nate, you
Nathan.
think Nate can beat him?
Nate can beat him.
Nate's
Mike, you said it before.
hard to play against.
Familiarity.
Familiarity is huge. Familiarity is huge.
Yeah.
All right, so we're saying
We're saying-
there are
We're saying 3 teams. From
Yeah.
from the Clarence Campbell, it's the Wolf, Nathan.
nobody said you.
Oh, we didn't say the name.
No, nobody said you.
I think I throw my hat in the ring.
All right, so we're putting Hoth in there too. I would put Hoth in there before I put Ed in there. I'm not putting Ed's team in there. It's not happening.
I'm a year into the game.
Just
My
because.
roster's getting better.
Yeah.
I think it sucks that I have to play Puss this year
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, it's part of it, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I also have to get past him on this side of the bracket.
Oh.
His team
Yeah.
and the way he plays is I can't.
Bob, something you have
I
to
don't see
understand.
myself beating him. This
In
year.
our league, if you play your division opponent 4 times.
Okay.
Everybody else 2 times.
Okay, that sounds.
So he's got to play
So
close.
I mean, give me some more experience. Give
Yeah.
me a roster that's more developed. This year's gotten a lot better, but it's still not great.
Puss is asking, are there any slump busters in the garage right now? Bob's going to be a slump buster for definitely his first year. He will be a slump.
Only because he beat me in at high. He's not a bad player.
No. Derek is asking what's your offensive style.
I was drunk.
What would you consider your offensive style?
Balls out, baby. I don't know.
Balls out? Is that what you're considering? Just balls out?
Well,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to say too much because you know what? I can play a couple different ways.
Yeah.
With that.
Actually,
I played this year high totally different than I played before.
and Bob was
I focused
awesome.
more on defense more than anything else.
Yeah, Bob, took a couple of tough losses and
But that
tournament.
gets you far.
Correct.
That
Yeah, and
gets you
I
far.
realized that.
Yeah.
I honestly focused more that
Limiting
way
the goals
than going.
makes a big
Now I'm worried
deal.
about going down to scoring because I can just make quality shots and just play
Yep.
defense and stop them.
Take
And that's how I play.
Take
this
advantage
year.
of their mistakes.
But then there's
and stuff.
days I'm just going to play balls out because I just can't.
I think Bob can score in a lot of different ways.
Or I
That's
don't.
my answer.
Yeah.
He can do the one-timer shot like Magnus.
Yeah.
Well,
Topper?
I'll say if they're expecting Bob to come in and be a cross crease all the time, that's not what's going to happen.
No,
No.
he can score in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. That's what I see.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to chip your cards here.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. No, I want to be a surprise.
Give him-
I need some wins if I can get them.
Give
And
him the scouting report.
Yeah, and it's going to be it's going to be tough though because it's
No,
like, to fit your even the style you want to play. You got to again. I've never played with Timmons' team, so I don't know what their strengths and
Correct.
weaknesses are.
And I know
But to try to
so,
fit
you know,
them into your system,
Yeah.
you're going to have to
Shoot
figure
hit
out
hard
who you
with
want,
them,
who you
so,
don't
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to hit hard.
Yeah.
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 And I don't mind hitting hard too, so you know that. So.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
You definitely don't.
No.
You definitely don't.
Just have to figure it out. It's going to take a little while. That's all. No big deal.
Let's see. So,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Let me scroll up to the. Did you see the earlier questions from earlier in the day?
no.
Did we get those?
Yeah, no. Go ahead. You got those?
I'll pull them up. Yeah.
What the ones
Yeah, they're way up top.
Yeah, they're way up here.
Somebody did ask me to be a friend or something. I forget who. Was that Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, was it
And
high
probably
chalk?
high chalk.
I wasn't I
Chalky.
Yeah, Chalky. Yeah,
Chalky. Yeah, that's Chalky. You should be up on Chalky.
Question 5.
Chalky's the lower end of the league.
He is, but he can he'll play 8 horrible games,
Yeah.
and then he'll play 2 great
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
But that's Chris.
He's not gonna play.
But that's Chris.
Yeah.
We all know Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like
Again, another guy.
The first question was about Salo playing Timmons, so
Yeah.
okay, we're talking
We're
about
good
that.
with that.
Yeah.
Question 2 for the WNC battle. Why hasn't our good friend Sean Bell been able to find any games recently? He was available last night.
That's a good question.
Is there a Waterloo basis? Or a bias?
Bias.
No.
No. Go
I've
ahead.
noticed that.
Go ahead. You can answer it.
I think I've said this before. I think people are a little scared. I do. I think people are scared to play certain people.
I'll be honest.
That's my opinion.
Go ahead.
It's not that I'm scared to play. Like I feel like you said it earlier. You need to get into a groove. I want to play. I want to play 6 to 8 games in a night.
You want to play Sean when you feel
I'm
like
not playing. I'm not playing my only 2 games of the night. The first 2 of the night versus Sean Bell. I'm not doing
No.
that.
And Sean needs to understand that. I mean, at this point, I think Sean understands that. He just expects that out of 32 guys, there's got to be somebody on that one that has to play him
Right.
on a night when he comes on.
Right.
Like, so I got no fault with it. But I'm looking at it like
That's
you.
my
Like, look,
mentality.
Sean to me, I'm not playing Sean right now because I want to play Sean when I feel like playing Sean. So when I log on a Friday night and I'm in a good mood,
Right.
I don't want to have a shitty night because I played Sean and he
Right.
beat me twice.
Right.
So that's like almost like the way I'm looking at it sometimes.
That was my problem last
Wait.
last season. I just played games whenever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I had off night where I lost 4 games in a row.
And that kills you.
Games I shouldn't have played.
That
and
really
then,
hurts you.
And then it fucks you. You
Yeah.
can't lose 4 games versus players you shouldn't lose against.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't
so
do
I'm
it.
32, 17, and whatever, and I'm not doing what you guys. I'm just playing.
Yes.
But you're also getting a bunch of games in a row. And you're
Exactly.
playing well in those
Exactly.
games.
You're playing during the day. I don't play during the day.
I play
can't play during the day. You
all
are
the
lucky.
games
You have a
during
chance
the
to play
game.
during the day, but I don't play any games during the day. So you're playing.
I can technically
Yeah.
too. I mean,
Yeah.
I just have to bring it to me to.
There's a handful of guys that can
Yeah.
get
Hold on.
games-
Let me
games
just.
out.
So there was a question that popped up for him, Bob. What do you think your internet connection is going to be like?
Oh, fine.
You think
you're gonna be good?
I have no problem.
Strong?
No
I
problem
think
at all.
So
Actually,
there is no
I exited him was perfect.
It's
there's no
good.
high there is no high person that has a big connection.
No, I don't think so.
Even
either.
Chalky has figured it out.
Yeah, I think all our connections are pretty.
Yeah, I
good.
don't think that'll be a problem.
Do you have that one of the higher
Yeah.
one up?
Oh god, Sutton. Clearly, I'm a fellow Star Wars nerd. If I removed my team to another location within the universe, where would it be?
So he wants you to pick a Star Wars
Yeah.
location.
So so I have a light side and then my.
Because you have Coruscant.
I have a dark side and a light side. If I have to go light side again.
Nirabu. Right? Is that the
Nabu.
one?
Nabu.
Narabu? What was the one that I just watched the last episode?
Yeah, Nabu.
Is that where they were? Nabu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck, I should have looked this up.
I'm just trying to think of different planets
Yeah,
and
I know.
stuff. I feel like the Mandalorian has experienced.
Well, like,
I've been
but
able to
like
see
Naboo
so much.
technically it ends up being bad because that's where Palpatine came from, and I don't want to really.
I think Puss is trying to say Dagobah. I think Puss is trying to say Dagobah. Oh, there, he corrected it. Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Dagobah is where they trained, where
Yoda?
That's where Yoda trained. Oh, that's a great answer. Yeah,
that's a
great answer. Yeah.
I would call it like the Dagobah Yodas. You
Sure.
could, you could even
Yeah,
say
right.
that.
That's a
Yoda
great
as
answer.
your-
Oh, wait.
as your-
Great
Speaking
answer.
of teams,
It is.
his name.
Yeah.
What do we
Do you have
say?
any idea what you're
Well,
gonna
I think we talked about it, right?
Yeah.
I told you my
I was
feeling.
thinking about so either the Anheuser Kings or the Budweiser Kings.
I like that.
Yeah.
Which one?
And so you guys know, Bob, as long as I've known him, he has only
Bud Heavy.
ever drank Budweiser.
Bud Heavy.
Oh,
Bud
yeah.
Heavy.
He's a
exclusively.
Budweiser guy. So
Bud
I
Heavy.
think I texted you and I was like, Bob's guys have to look like
Yeah.
Budweiser bottles skating around on the ice. I'm like, that's what they should
So
look
Bob,
like.
I was thinking about that
But I
today.
do like my craft beer.
Yeah, no, I do. I know you do. But for your team in the
Yeah,
league,
yeah.
so what are you thinking? Are you thinking
Budweiser Kings or
Budweiser Kings or
Anheuser?
You like
Anheuser
Kings?
King.
Anheuser?
Oh,
That's a cool
I
name.
like that one too.
And
I
it's
like
gonna
that
look
one
like
too.
the Budweiser.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one too.
Who's
But that's another red.
Oh,
That's like red and
Magnus.
silver, right?
Yeah.
Magnus.
Red and silver is better than the red and black because there's so many red and black teams.
Yeah, there are.
So
So
red and
you're-
silver is good.
So we'll have to get Bob to connect with Magnus.
Yeah, and he'll design the.
He'll make your jerseys.
That's not me. I'm like,
No.
I'm not doing that.
He'll,
No,
he'll set it up for you.
Yeah.
He'll like ask you what your colors are gonna be, and he'll set it all up.
All right, Puss has another question
Here
here.
you go.
Puss,
Red, white,
Puss,
and blue.
Puss said, "Who is the most gentlemanly guy in the W?
Gentleman.
Who's always polite?
It's either Segathon or Nate. I
Yeah.
think.
I agree. Segathon is out of his way polite.
Goes
Goes
out of
not
your-
upset anyone. So he's super nice.
So he swept me in the queue last
You
year.
think?
and he always builds you up.
And he built
Oh,
me.
you
He
did-
built me up.
you
Oh,
did
you were
really
so
good,
close that
yeah.
game.
I'm like-
oh man, I got some pump
Yeah.
like that game. Oh,
Look.
I shouldn't have won that game.
Exactly.
Segathon goes out of his
Yeah.
way to make sure
Look,
you don't feel
Nick,
shit about yourself.
When you beat me, you don't got to tell me that I was really good, but you still beat me. Even though I swept him last time we played. But it doesn't make me feel better when you tell me that I was good when I was bad.
should have won
yeah,
that game.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good.
I don't like that either. Tex smoked me in one game. He's like, I just got really lucky here.
That's what he said. And you go,
Texas is overly gentle. now,
Yes,
too.
he is too. He's very
Yeah,
nice.
or
Too.
like, yeah, dude, you beat me.
Yeah. You're allowed to say "fuck you," I beat you. Sometimes I just want. Sometimes I actually would prefer
I don't
if the
mind
guy
the
was
hate.
just
I
like,
don't mind
"I
the
just
hate."
kicked your fucking
Yeah.
ass," because I'd almost be like, "Well, yeah, you did." You know, what am I gonna do? There's nothing I can do about
Got
it.
to get better.
When I beat Mike, I'm like, tough loss, buddy.
You're gonna say that to me?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Fuck
You're
me,
never
right,
gonna beat
well.
me.
I don't worry you.
I just don't want the
worry you.
rub. I don't want the
You
rub.
don't
If I
bother
got the rub, the night of that was one thing I expected at high. People to get like more in your face.
Yeah.
So you were expecting.
When everybody talked about the rub, that shit was gonna happen. That was a one-off.
And that, no, it wasn't a one-off.
Just
That's
maybe
like his
Tom.
one of his. That's one of what Tom is one of the close.
Okay, sure.
Like they basically lay naked together.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
touching each other,
All right,
touching
all right.
each other was common. Like me and Bob don't rub each other's
Got it,
faces.
okay.
That's not happening.
I thought the rub was gonna be commonplace. and it
No,
was-
no,
it was
the
not,
rub's
yeah.
commonplace.
He was honestly very quiet because
Tommy
usually he'll
was.
make noises next to you when he
Yeah.
scores.
Oh, this guy, yes.
Yeah, he'll do shit like that.
He was.
The whistle.
Mike was even quiet because usually he'll yell and scream.
No, dude,
He
I'm
was
telling
very
you.
quiet.
This
Well,
year
that's
was-
because he was high as shit.
Yes, this is
That's true too.
And next year's gonna be totally
I
different.
looked
because
at
I'm
you,
gonna
and
be-
you
was
looked like
on
you
his
were
best.
in a different dimension.
I was, dude.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really have no recollection of that whole day. And the thing is I was having fun, but it frustrates me because there's things I wanted to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Like, there's things I wanted to hang out with people,
Yeah.
and even if I did, I don't remember. So it's like I can't wait till next year because
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it so much better next
We
year.
were
I'm
going-
not gonna let Dan fucking dose me. It's not fucking happening.
We were going
motherfucker.
to our playoff matchup, and you were just standing in the other room, looking at the TV, just by yourself.
I don't even know what the fuck. I'm telling you, dude.
Just there. I don't know how long you were there for. You were
Dude.
staring at the TV, a blank screen.
I literally at 2:30. I know it was 2:30 because I went out back Nobody else was out. It's the only time I went out back. Nobody else was out there. And I'm like, does nobody want to hang out with me? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sitting out there. I'm like, why is nobody smoking with me? I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm like looking down at my hands, all while I'm tripping. And I have no idea because I just think I'm fucking high as fuck. I'm like, why is...
I wasn't feeling the pain.
Where is everybody?
I really was like, why is nobody hanging out with me? And then I have fucking Pink be like, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, oh, Christ. So I went for a walk with Pink down the street. And yeah, we took Niall for a walk. He was shithoused. He was like hanging on. It was hilarious.
He was the drunkest man alive.
It was hilarious.
It was awesome.
And he wasn't a problem at all.
No,
he
was
walked
just fun.
with me
He was
just
a fun
fine.
drunk.
But it was
Yeah,
funny as
drunk,
fuck. Because he was shit-faced. Yeah,
That's
like,
funny.
dude, that's my only thing about this year is like, dude, I love that day. So for me to not remember any parts of it frustrates me. Frustrates me.
You were
man.
gone, yeah.
And I want a better team next year, motherfucker. JP, I am coming for your motherfucking ass. Oh man.
Pretty much dropped his balls in your face. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well.
See Nips's question. Why is Ed's former nickname Big Dog?
So you can explain this because it's just more. Yeah, dude, just pee right off the back.
What was that? I don't remember.
You gave your. It's another nickname you gave yourself.
You gave for a year. You were giving yourself once a week a different fucking name.
And that's what people see. These guys don't understand is nobody calls Ed the Wolf.
No.
Nobody calls him Big Dog.
Nobody.
It's just what he calls himself. And so when these guys,
listen.
they hear us, they're like, that's all he's referred to as.
Yeah.
I call him Ed. He's never been called the fucking Wolf.
Mike,
I call him Chow.
the wolf stick.
Nah,
Look at that picture on the wall.
It's a beautiful picture. But look, do you remember this? Like, I think it was 3 years ago where I was like,
Turn the camera.
Ed, no. Ed, I used to call you Chell all the time.
Yes.
Do you remember? And then I was like, I'm not calling you Chell anymore. I'm calling you Ed.
Wasn't it from the bagel shop? The girl, it was from the bagel
Yes.
shop. We were at the bagel shop. I remember now. And the girl called you Ed. And we were like, uh-oh.
I'm calling you Ed from now on. And I was
That's when it stuck.
Yes. And that's been it.
When the
since
kids
I
went to
was-
CCD and we went to the bagel shop.
I'm like, I'm not calling. That was like deep in our relationship. I was balls deep in your ass at that point.
Yeah. That's when we had nice times together. That was
Yeah, well, we used to be able to hang out.
hang out during the day.
During the day? Who hangs out during the
It's
day?
early in the morning, whatever.
Afterwards. Kids and
We used to go for breakfast.
We used to go to
With the
breakfast. The kids went to CCD. We would all be down, us and the wives.
Now we're a bunch of old fucks.
Well, none of us talked to our wives. No.
Derek said you did Pink try to make out. And he said Bob needs a blanket. He looks cold.
I am fucking cold. My feet are freezing.
Oh
I didn't
my
know I was
God.
sitting out in the garage. Last I heard, it was filled with freaking Christmas decorations.
No, it's actually empty now. It's pretty nice.
we're back.
I tried to turn the heat on, but I got yelled at.
It is a little cold.
I was looking for his
I'm
electrical
fine.
box. I was going to wire that
I'm
fucker
not
in.
watching. I'm not good.
I'm not cold.
I'm comfortable.
It's not too bad. I feel
My
good.
feet are cold.
The bourbon really helps.
Yeah, probably does. I'm just not drinking bourbon.
Yeah. Was there any other questions that those guys
There
had?
was only question 4. I think there was 10.
Okay. All right.
So question 5. They're both too nice to fight, but who would win a real wrestling match between me and Dan? Dan, without question. We arm wrestled last weekend, and he destroyed me.
Why didn't you video this? Why didn't somebody video this shit?
Yeah, really.
We were watching the games last week,
And you guys were like, let's arm wrestle.
well, I don't know. Everybody got really shitty drunk that night. It was really weird, and then it became an arm wrestling competition between my family and Dan.
Okay.
And Dan.
Did he beat everyone?
No.
He's like beating all of his family.
most
Oh,
of it.
it's your family! I'm kicking your asses! Everybody's
That's
like,
all I can see Dan do it.
Yeah. My aunt's husband beat him in the end. So,
thank God, he saved your family.
Yeah, saved our legacy. Yeah, but Dan would definitely, without question, beat me in a wrestling match. And for the Wolf, is 102 still in the cards?
101 is still in the cards.
101.
Yeah.
He went down 1 point.
I
He
went
went
down
down
1
1
point.
point.
I think it's gonna be tough as shit, but I can go 15-5. I do.
You're right. Yeah, that remaining schedule is tough.
It's tough as hell, but if what Mike's saying is true, the players kind of checked out, I might be able to go 3-1. I'll take it.
Elliot Jackson.
I think the unholy series is huge.
Yeah.
If he sweeps me, then
Patrick,
it just depends.
listen. Do me a favor and sweep this motherfucker. Okay?
That's a big.
I let you beat me twice. So please. Take care of this guy.
So the Blair, I mean, obviously that's 8 games.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's big fucking.
That's it.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Nips, Nips, great freaking player. I don't think Nips will sweep me. At worst, we'll split. Maybe I'll get lucky and win both. But he can also sweep me.
I can't even react when he says
Well, the classic thing is he's saying this now while they're all listening, and you know they're just
That's
all that's going through my head. Somebody's saying this, I'm going after you, fucker. I'm like, fuck this dude.
I like Jack's an incredible player.
Oh my god.
He can sweep me. I mean, this is not easy.
Are you going to get him before or after the trade deadline?
Probably.
Because you better be careful with him after the trade
I
deadline.
think once he gets to like 35 games, I think he shuts.
He's
it down.
stopping. He's going to.
Well, I would play him, like, anytime.
Tonight.
Yeah. Not
He's
tonight.
He made a big trade, so when he gets Kachuk brought in,
Man,
that's a perfect
Listen,
person for his team.
yeah,
I feel that is as perfect a acquisition as McGillney was for Tegucigalpa.
I agree.
Even without
make the
Kachuk,
difference better,
LHX is.
I agree,
His-
but I beat him last year.
is his
4 games to
style-
1.
His style is the most different than anybody else in this league, right?
Again, because he can. I feel like he has 3 different styles that come together as one, and whatever one he wants to use at a certain point.
But the way he
uses.
flips around his player, it's crazy.
He's
Like,
got a cool style.
Yeah, I agree. It's
Like, when I
easily the
watch-
most different than anybody else.
Especially when he's playing good.
Oh yeah,
Because
when
he
he's on,
struggles.
yeah.
Like when he has struggled, which, like, him struggling is a great season for me.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah, but he was struggling because he didn't have enough beef.
yeah, that's true.
Kachuk gives him the beef.
I agree.
His
But
roster was
his
hit
roster
hard the
is
last couple of years.
When he's playing great, what you're saying is true. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
It feels like he's
when you
unbeatable.
watch this
It's
guy
so
play,
crazy. Yeah.
it's like freaking hard.
Dude, he had
He
Belfort.
dances.
He was
He
so
dances.
he doesn't have a strong goaltender anymore either.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know
Belfort
if
was
it's
huge for him his first couple of
Yeah.
years.
Yeah,
I
I think just to like fill Bob in on some of this, like obviously Puss, it's like a power game. Speed now too,
Yeah.
with
it's
Mogilny.
speed, you know, yeah,
But it's
speed.
mostly power.
Yeah.
Mostly
Mostly
power.
See, I don't get to play him.
He loves
Nipples
to pound.
is like flip in the corner,
It's dump and chase.
Dump
This
and
is dump and
chase.
chase.
but also like
But good D. He has
great
good D. Yeah.
defense.
Yeah.
like if he's gonna hit you and he's rarely gonna miss.
Yeah.
God, he's
For
such a
sure. Yeah.
vagina.
For sure. Yeah.
He might be the most. He might be the most vagina. Like he's so close to a vagina. Like it's just like he is. Like dude, you know he's not allowed to play anywhere in his house except for the dining room table. That's his allotted spot to play.
I didn't know
Second
that.
in his house.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's not allowed to play
Is there
anywhere
a way to
else in
plug
his
it
house
over here?
but the dining room table. And not only that,
I think where's the plug in?
Power.
Over there.
there's the cord right here, but there's another cord hanging right on the back side of there. Right, see on the back side of that wall. Here, mine's fucking full. Here,
Oh yeah. Just
plug into this.
wait, power up.
Plug in that.
But yeah, I'm just giving Bob.
I didn't know he had a allotted spot in his house.
Oh, Ed?
No.
No,
No,
nipples.
Nips.
Oh, Nips. Yes. That's why when you see pictures of him, he's
Yeah,
only
he's
ever
at the
playing
dining room
at the
table.
dining room table. That's it.
Playing at a quarter screen.
Yeah, exactly. And that too. He doesn't play like when I play, dude. I play on full screen on my computer.
Right.
Yeah.
He plays on a box. This thing.
Oh shit.
It is tiny.
Which
How
makes
do
no
you-
sense.
how do you do that?
Shockingly tiny.
Is that
yeah.
true?
I don't-
Is that true?
Yes,
I
he
think
doesn't
I think
maximize
he
his
might.
screen.
I don't
He
think
said he doesn't maximize
I
his
don't think he
screen.
plays as small as that one picture showed, but I don't think he plays.
I don't know how you can possibly play on. First of all, I'm not gonna. Before we moved, I used to take my computer with my HDMI cable and plug it into my TV
That's what I
and play on my big screen
I
TV.
can't play that big. I think that was no. I mean, I was gonna lose anyway, but playing on big screens on like at high was tough.
Yeah, but see
I
that's
can't
that's
play
what
like
I'm used to.
that,
And
So
also
I used to
the
play it all.
there's different. Every TV's different.
Yeah,
So
right.
you
Yeah,
honestly
there's
had
some
to
big
sit.
screens.
So once you
yeah.
start to realize it's something you can learn, because
Yeah.
that's something I learned. You pick and choose what TV you
Which
want.
you're better.
And like
TV.
no,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
agree,
wait.
yeah.
I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna play on that.
Yeah,
one.
that one's
You
a
know
little
what I mean?
smaller and plays to my
The
style.
front one,
Yeah.
the one that we played on,
Yeah.
that big one, that
Yeah.
bothered me, believe it or not.
Yeah,
it was
no,
too
I
big.
agree. Yeah, it was too big
Even for me,
yeah,
it was
I
too
agree,
big.
Yeah.
It was like, oh Christ,
Ready for question 7?
Yeah.
It's about me.
it's about me.
Was it the trade for Ignil that catapulted me to the upper echelon of the W? And how did I get so good at manual? Did I always play that way? So I think Iggy made a big difference. I mean, I never had a player that could like put it away like him.
Yeah.
I mean, Neuendijk was good.
So you dumped Neuendijk for.
So I mean, I traded half my team for
Again,
I mean, like I traded Newendike, 2 first-round picks, Coffee.
So you got a
and-
first round pick this year?
I did last year and did not going one.
But listen, it's
I don't have one
ridiculous.
this year.
And Turek, which if you look Turek's stats, he was my goalie of the future. He's
And you gave him
super
up.
good. I mean, I gave up a king's ransom for Iggy.
But it was worth it.
But
Yeah,
I think it worked out for both of us. I mean, Iggy's been good for Red. He doesn't start Coffee or Newendike.
She must have let him out.
She did.
He doesn't start either of them.
Red doesn't start Coffee or Newendike.
Red.
Yeah.
Red. Come on, man. You're slumping now. Change your lineup.
Yeah, Red.
Put-
Switch your lineup up, man.
Newendike-
I don't want to help you because I gotta play you, but
Newendike can put it away, and Coffee
Yeah.
is unreal.
I can't believe he doesn't.
That
use,
guy can skate.
I can't believe he doesn't use either of those guys.
I mean, Coffee's the top
Well, we've
3 defensemen in the league right
we've
now.
talked about Red. He wants to play a physical game,
Sure,
so he's got like big bodies.
but
If he
Coffee
puts
can
Bob
skate
Probert in his lineup,
over Newendike.
but I don't think he starts. He starts Recchi. He starts. I'm trying to remember.
He starts Paul
Paul Fee,
yeah,
who's like his
and then Probert. Probert is his starting lineup,
No,
but he switches out Probert with
trouble with someone else.
not Newendike, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Sutton said Red's all about beef. Coffee and Bork should be traded.
In the middle for
Bork's done
Tigers.
though. Isn't Bork's career done?
Bork's not on his team. Bork's on
Coffee's on his team.
Yeah, Coffee's on
He
his
said
team.
Coffee and Bork should be
No,
traded.
Bork's on someone else.
Yeah,
Does he
Bork.
not like to
Which
do
in his
one-timers?
last year, I just played that.
No,
Is
his
he very good?
thing is the one timer.
Yeah,
Like that's what Red's
Newendike is
known
very
for.
good in the middle for one timers.
What's that?
Newendike is very good in the middle.
Yeah,
for one-timers.
Newendike's
Who
great.
did I just sweep? Autobahn? Is Coffee on Autobahn?
No.
No, Coffee's definitely on Reds.
You mean
Yeah, I traded
Bork.
him.
Oh, okay. No,
Bork-
who's Bork on?
Bork's on
Dink. He's on Dink.
Dink.
That's
yeah,
why I just
that's
beat
right,
Dink.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dink's defense is in the future sucks. Yeah. But like right now his defense is great.
Yes.
Bork,
Yeah. But it'll
Bork-
change.
yeah.
It'll change big time.
So yes, I think Iggy made it. So if you look at my stats last season, I had a lot of like 1-goal games.
Yeah.
And the difference of a person that can put them away.
Yeah.
Is what's
And you can-
flipping some of those games.
And your goal differential shows that.
Right. So like, where I was more 500, now I'm above average.
Yeah.
I mean I think Iggy putting them away is making a difference for sure.
You know what's the crazy thing about this, and so Bob understands, is like because we've been doing it for 7 seasons now, you start to accrue statistics, so you can start to follow patterns. Which again, I love that shit, dude. To be able to follow.
Oh,
And this is why I always thought
that's the
Dave.
best part of it.
This is
yeah.
why I always thought Dave would be loving this because
Yeah.
Dave
I
was.
never understood why he
Dave
didn't
is
give up.
huge into statistics.
Well, I think Dave would love it. Just getting over that like hump of
getting
getting
set
set
up
up
for him.
Yeah, yeah.
he would
But
love
it's like
this.
and I rip on him for loving the statistics, but to be able to read the statistics and see,
That's just the most fun.
like
of it.
I like looking at my attack zone time,
Yeah.
looking at my percentage of passing, looking at my one-timer percentage, like all that stuff, so I can see like, and not only that, I can see what my opponent's doing, so I can see how good they're doing.
Yeah.
And then Magnus makes that Google. Did you show him the Google sheet? Has he seen the Google sheet?
No.
I was showing.
Yeah,
I was
so
showing
that's what
you
he's
now,
showing.
yeah.
So that like on there has
Yeah.
all this stuff
No,
completely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does he have
I'm
access to
even
it?
with just what we
I don't know if he does yet, yeah.
I never did in the beginning look at all that stuff. Now, like when I get in, I start looking at team, like even start looking at players, and like you said, they don't have to be the best player. You just
They
need
don't.
one
They
player.
don't.
And then at the end of the game,
With
I
the stat
look
you
at my
want.
stats. I want to make sure my shots are up, or what,
Yeah,
blah
exactly,
blah blah, all that
exactly.
shit.
Yep.
Dude.
I do look at that stuff, so I do like that.
This is gonna be cool for
Oh,
you.
it's, then
I just have to learn where it's all at.
so that's the best part about it.
So Red's in
That was my
because
fault.
Red's
Figure
paying
it out.
attention because he said I should really move Joe Newendike and Roberts.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
You ever
Roberts.
yeah. But Gary Roberts is
Roberts
old,
is a
right?
thick guy though. He's
You know what's
He's
so
powerful.
Gary I follow a couple on Twitter. I follow like old hockey accounts.
Yeah.
And they post videos sometimes. And yesterday they showed some clip of Gary Roberts scoring, and it looked like it was from like 50 years ago, but it was from probably 30 years
Not
ago.
that long ago.
But
yeah.
dude, Gary Roberts was fucking good as
Used
shit.
to be great. Yeah.
Good as
yeah.
shit, dude.
he's a power forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Joe Newendike still has like 5 years left for his really.
He still
good,
has-
right?
Yeah.
All his Dallas years.
Yes.
All his Dallas years.
And he has some of his best years coming up.
yeah, Red. Don't trade. I would not trade Newendike, Red.
Not only that, start him, man.
Yeah.
He
I'll
deserves to
take
be in
him.
your
I'll
lineup.
take him.
He deserves to be in your lineup.
Let me tell you about this guy Red. So this guy Red, he owns a ranch.
Cool.
So he has fucking
coming to visit.
bulls. He's got fucking cows, and he
Cows.
shows
Yeah.
bulls, and they ride them.
Up in
Awesome.
Dude,
Canada.
Awesome.
yeah, dude, he posts all this shit.
Oh, it's
So
cool.
that,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's another.
His news channel is awesome.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
great thing about this league is get to see different people's lifestyles.
Totally agree.
So like to see people that are like when Halifax was in, he's way up in fucking Halifax, Nova Scotia, out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So he's got like when he would post pictures, you would just see fucking snow for fucking ever. You know what I mean?
All year round.
Yeah, or like when Sean with Waterloo, same thing. Like
the pictures he just
of his
posted
fishing,
is
pictures.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's, you
And
know,
the-
it's
and the
so much
airplane.
different shit.
So when I go out in my RV, you'll all see where I'm going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but that's what we do.
That's what I mean.
Problem is I won't have internet where I'm there.
Well, just take pictures and post when you get back.
Yeah.
That's the cool shit about it. Yeah.
Look, I don't know my Canada. Derek, I don't know my Canada. He said Saskatchewan is Halifax.
I believe you when you said Nova Scotia.
I don't give a fuck where anything is in
I
Canada.
thought you were right.
No, Canada is north. All that matters is everything in Canada is north of us. That's all I know. I don't really give a fuck where you guys are at. All right, I don't care. Magnus. Oh, actually, LHX is gonna come next year. Anybody who comes down to the tournament, then I'll care about where you come from. But until then, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You're far away. That's all I know.
And don't worry, I talked to Mike's wife about putting up black shades. She was over my house yesterday. Like, you need to go order black shades. She's wise. It was a little light. Am I wrong?
It was
Did you
too
know?
bright. It was too
Yeah,
bright.
Oh, yeah.
Like darkening shades.
We did darkening shades.
What did she say when you told
She's
her?
like, oh, okay.
Fuck you. That means I gotta hang this son of a bitch.
No, just
Fuck.
otherwise it just
close
drape
it.
right over the top, just black
Yeah.
sheets, man. That's all you have to go get.
It was
spend a
bright.
lot of
It was
money.
bright early on. but
Yeah, when he was bright.
Yeah.
There was times
It was
I was like,
fine.
I was
You can
no,
see.
I was like, I was honestly like, nope, not playing there, because I could see the sun coming.
Yeah, I agree. It was-
No, no, no.
it
No shit, you did
Nothing!
At least
You
someone,
were-
no, at least
You
someone
weren't
was
there.
paying
Please, you
attention.
weren't there.
I was paying attention.
God damn it, man.
I fixed two shades. Somebody was fucking around. I'm like, stop, guys, stop fucking with this. His wife's gonna be a bitch. I did. I fixed a couple of them.
Is there another question?
Yeah, there's still a few more.
Yeah, no,
question 8. God, so about me. What time do I get up every day to load the states and sheets?
Stats.
How much time does it take?
Oh, states.
How much time does it take, and why do I do it? So
Hold on. So just so you know, when you play a game,
Yeah.
there's something called so to get that state, which I'm sure
I
go
talked to you
through?
about it, yeah.
You save
But
whatever
I'll
that
have
is
to
from
do
that
it
game,
again.
and it's sent to Magnus.
Yeah.
Well, Mike helps upload them into that Google sheet so we get the stats.
Okay.
So that's what he's talking about,
Yeah,
processing
Yeah,
his
I
stats.
understand.
So there's a program that like dissects essentially that state into stats, which we eventually can put into the Google Sheets,
Yes.
and then it like makes all of the overall standings. So I mean, when I wake up, I mean, that has no effect. I take my daughters to school first, and then so I drop my first daughter off at 8. And then in between that time and my next daughter, which it's at 8 and 8:45, takes that like 30 minutes to download all the stats, run it through the program, put it into the sheets, run the box scores. It takes about, depending on, I mean, if there's a big game, like if there's a big day, like the Frenzy Fridays, when there's like 30 to 40 games, I can't do that. It takes like a significant amount of time, like 30 to an hour, depending on how I play.
Okay.
But like when it's like 10 to 12 games, that takes
No time.
20 minutes maybe.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you know we get box scores spit out. There's box scores that we get to all, and that's what we all like.
The
next
box
morning-
scores take the most amount of time.
Yeah, and that's what we like to see is the next morning everyone wants to get up and see their games.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see
yeah.
the stats
So like
of their games.
downloading the games, running those stats, and putting them in the Google Sheets takes 5 minutes maybe.
Can I talk about something because you're talking about this?
Yeah.
So with the queue, we
Like,
are surely lacking.
If Magnus is watching, I've offered.
Yes, and I just want to say to Magnus,
I've offered 10 times.
yeah, there's
Magnus,
no harm in having somebody help you process the states.
I don't mind doing it. That part of the process takes literally 5 to 10 minutes.
And to get Puss and Nips off of Magnus's back.
Off of my back.
Well, to let you do the Q states.
Even though I have no problem
Q
doing it.
States is what you were calling. That's what after you save your game. It's called a state.
But I get. There's some. There's some. That is one of his babies. So I get one in control.
I understand.
here.
I understand.
So,
But certain guys want to see the stats.
Sure,
Like the big prize of playing games the night before is waking up the next morning and
That's
seeing
true.
the states.
that's the great thing about the W.
That's what
Right.
that's what I think a lot of people really like is being like, okay, I went 4-0 last night. I want to look and
Right.
see how my stats look the next day.
Sure.
Yeah,
So-
and that with myself totally agree. If I play a game,
Yeah.
I immediately run the stats for myself and put them in the league.
Yes.
I do.
We know.
I do. I do.
Listen,
I do that.
I'm not gonna be dead serious. We know that, and I got no problem with that. Magnus does the same thing.
Yeah.
If you know you're playing Magnus, you know your state's gonna be
Your state will be
processed
right up, yeah.
immediately. I understand that, but I'm again where I come back to
Right.
is the where I come back to again is my
Just
just
delegate.
But
putting
that's
in-
why. But
But my organization comes back to where I'm like,
But that's the third part. The third part of the question. Like, why do I do it? Is because take that shit off of Magnus.
yes,
That-
exactly.
He does so much more than anybody really realizes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of us realize it, but like, they're not everybody realize like that shit takes time that
Yes.
he does.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
so.
And that's where I'm
Where we can take shit off of his plate,
completely.
and I think a lot of people will do that for him. So
And that's
doing-
what then that,
doing an hour a day max
Yeah.
for him.
exactly, and that's where when
Work.
Derek says something about the draft, the only reason I started doing all that draft shit, which you probably I don't even know if I've done it the last 2 years, where I was doing the whole draft prospectus
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but just because Magnus felt he had to produce all the draft
Right.
stuff. I'm like, no, dude, I can put all the
There's
draft
enough
stuff
guys.
out.
Yeah,
You don't have
right.
to do that. Like
There's
you have
enough guys that
just
will do that
just
shit for him.
worry about
Right.
the standings.
Right.
That's all we care about.
Yeah.
Caden can handle the other
Running that
statistics.
shit is easy enough.
Like, yeah, like,
right. You don't
it's
need
like,
to do that.
We just need Magnus to be the glue that holds us together.
We need him to make the ROM,
Yes.
which is by far the biggest part
Yes.
and most time consuming part, and then let him play his games. Like,
Yeah.
let him enjoy
Stress.
Let him enjoy the rest of it.
And that's what we want. We want
Yeah.
Magnus to enjoy the season.
Right.
Not feel like he's got to
Right.
fucking pull the whole season
Right.
together
Right.
as he's fucking
Let
playing.
other people take
Yes.
the stressful part.
Because it's not fair for him to feel that stress during his games when he wants to win those games and he's
Right.
worried about states.
Right.
Like he shouldn't have to worry about that
It's true.
shit.
Right. So
And that's our whole point. And
take that
I
little bit apart from him.
yes,
he's
and I
probably
want
do
to
it.
point
I would
out.
do it.
I really want to point out is that what we have noticed, Magnus, in the last 2 seasons is you have not been as involved in the Discord. You've not been involved as much in what
He
is.
has been quiet.
Yeah, he's
Well,
been quiet.
He's been
Listen,
quiet.
The weekly videos.
The weekly videos.
I love that those are coming
And
back.
look,
Love that.
I'm not saying this to add stress to Magnus's workload. All I'm saying is that it's noticeable when the guy who started the league isn't around because the excitement that Magnus brings to the league.
Whenever he posts, it's
Yeah, when
It brings attention,
the
yeah.
excitement you bring to the league goes throughout everybody.
his videos.
So every time
yeah.
you post, we all get energized because you are the league.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
it's
center-
very
it-
important.
it pivots around.
Yeah,
you, yeah.
and I know you're busy, dude. I know how busy you are, but we love to see even just once a day for you just to pop in and say hi. It's great to know that Magnus is sticking around. That's all we care about, man. And every one of us doesn't want you to be overburdened. Every one of us
Yeah.
wants to help
What's that?
make his
The
life
lights went
easier.
on,
What's wrong?
The lights went on.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
So that's my point with
the
Magnus.
league live and dies.
Yeah,
with
with Magnus.
Magnus.
And anything that we can
But
do
he-
to make it better.
But I totally agree. Like even just his random posts, people, his videos, his
Yeah.
posts, like people thrive on those. Yeah, they're the lifeblood of the league.
Yes.
Yeah.
We could not do what we were doing without him.
It's impossible.
All we want to do is try to make his life
Yep.
easier so he can enjoy the season as much as I enjoy it.
Hey, also,
Exactly
really
right.
it.
That's
That's
right.
really it.
That was my whole point to take anything.
we
off.
obviously love this, so we wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally,
I
Ed
don't want it to stop. Yeah.
Ed would literally die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bob knows. Like this is like
This is Ed's life.
there's been times when Ed has been fucking drunk and he tells us that this is his passion.
When have you ever seen him drunk?
This is
Has
last week we saw
he ever
him.
been
Oh,
drunk?
month ago.
Last week, where were I? Who was I?
Well, I'll send you the video.
Podcast.
Yeah, probably he was drunk.
Okay, I
But
missed
like,
that.
but I'm just saying, like certain guys, like this is like to be, and I won't even say certain guys. I'll say for me right now, this is like my outside of work, my family, working out, fourth. So the W is fourth on my list of things right now
Same here. Yeah.
going on in my life.
Yeah.
So it's like this is a huge part of something that
Yeah.
brings me joy, relaxes me, introduces me to a whole bunch of guys.
Everybody has that fourth thing. And
Yes.
This particular
This-
thing is just happens to be like really fun.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Something
And
fun.
without him, we wouldn't have it.
Right.
So it's not nobody is ever trying to push him out of anything.
No.
We just
We're
want
trying to make sure he's
we just want to help
in
him.
on it. Yeah,
we
right,
just
yeah.
want to help him.
Yeah.
We just want to make it so that at the 100 other ROMs that he made,
Right.
literally he was making 100 other ROMs.
Wow.
we can take the W and we can make it survive.
Right.
So that when he taps back in and he wants to come in and play 10 games,
Right.
he doesn't have to worry about, I got to do
There's
all
no
the
str-
states,
there's no
I got to
stress
do all this
outside
other
of him
shit.
playing
No,
the
just
game.
play your games.
Right.
And that's our hope for you, Magnus. And we joke around about his podcast and we joke around. We love everything. We love everything.
Everything about the league is
and
the
we're
best,
supportive
the best, yeah.
on everything. We joke around and everything, but we want Magnus involved in this league as much as possible because his personality is a big part of this league.
Yeah.
Not just your computer skills. That's not why we want you here. Your personality.
Right.
Yeah, his computer skills are
Unmatched.
unbelievable.
They're
But your
unmatched.
personality,
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious. Like his personality is a big part of what's missed in the day to day for the last 2 seasons. Because he's been very busy.
Think about that Friday before High. He was speaking in that Arnold voice.
Yes.
For,
at the bar.
For
at
like
the bar.
45 minutes straight, and he was having everybody just cracking up. I mean,
exactly.
He is the heart of the league. Yeah.
Yes.
Without question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and as much stress that he probably feels, and that he feels like I got so much other shit to worry about, but I want him to understand that we notice that he isn't here. It's noticeable that you're not on the Discord every day.
Let us help him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want you back on the Discord, hanging out with us. So whatever we can do to make it so that you don't have to stress out about it, let us help you so you can come and enjoy this fucking shithead being a shithead.
Call this shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you did today. Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Overstepping his bounds. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Number 2.
Let me run.
Number 2.
I'll run. I will run every state for whatever. I don't give a shit. I mean, I have like a good 45-minute window every day, unless I'm traveling for work, to run all.
And that's great. Again, Caden, having somebody like you who's willing to step up.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Happy to do it. Question 9 is important.
What's that one?
Does Klein dye his beard?
Yeah. That's,
No.
I think so.
No.
I think so.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm like Richard Joe.
It's so.
I think I have time to dye my
It
beard.
is so full.
Yo, he has no. Tell me he has no stress.
He's got,
There's gray in my beard.
Not one grade. There's not
Fucking
one
shit,
grade.
Are you shitting me?
No.
it's like pinkish red.
Yeah.
It is perfect.
He's
I
the
don't-
ginger.
There's not a single gray in that.
Yo,
My
he's
wife-
the ginger.
I do not dye my beard.
You might.
Alright.
That shit is.
This is
That shit is
He's got
pristine.
kids and his
Super
pristine.
wife. Yeah, right.
What's he gonna say? This guy's gonna say it.
we just don't have the right answer. We don't know.
We don't know. I'm telling you, I don't dye my beard.
I'm 10 years younger. Look at these grades.
Wait, are you 10 years younger than me?
I mean, I'm 35.
Close. I'm 44. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Mike, you should have some gray hair.
I do have gray hair.
I don't think he does.
Dude, there's gray hair. Ask my wife.
Shannon
That
must
are
have
dyed
no
out of his
at all.
face.
Actually, but I just got a haircut and trim, so maybe it's gone.
And color.
And
Yeah, and not. Because I just got a haircut and shaved too, and look at me. What the fuck?
I'm just not as old as you. You're 10 years older than me.
That's true.
Got waxed
You're
and
10
trimmed.
years younger than me. You're 10 years older than me. There's
Look
20
at
years.
his fucking beard.
There's 20
Right,
years
look at
between you
that.
two.
Gray as shit. I have 2 kids.
Wait, holy shit. There's 20 years between them.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. You are old as fuck.
Yeah. Don't worry, when I kick your ass, you'll hear it.
Oh, this guy. This fucking guy.
I won't be wearing it.
Question 9. How annoying was it to... Oh, not about me. How annoying was it to give my paddle to him, to Puss, at High?
Oh, yeah, you
Because
do.
Puss lost his paddle. Left his paddle at the hotel.
And let me
Oh,
just...
did he really?
dude,
Yeah.
First off, let me just say this. The fact that you did that was unbelievable because you could have told him to fuck off.
Oh,
So,
I could have, yeah, but I mean, Puss is my boy.
But,
No, I
I
hear you.
but I also brought like 4 extras, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Also-
back.
That paddle was glad to win some games. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Understandable.
Question 10. Oh, this one we already answered. To Ceydan, why did you process the Broom versus Timmons? Because that shit was legit,
Yeah.
and you can
Once
fuck off.
Magnus says it's...
And you can fuck off.
Yeah, once Magnus says...
Magnus said yes,
You go.
and that was it.
That's it.
And I
Is that it?
think that was of the old ones. I don't know if there's any new ones.
I don't think there's any new ones.
There was a couple later, I think.
It looks like it's just Derek basically tuning in at this point.
All right.
Have you guys seen the Timu Solani video? I don't know what he's talking
Oh,
about.
is it out?
Oh, no. He's talking about what Segathon's getting.
Second thought was going to
Yeah.
do the cameo with
Yeah.
Solani for Magnus for his birthday.
Yeah.
Is that out?
They do.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And they're gonna
where's
come
that?
back.
That's a tournament
It's
with
Minnesota.
it's in Minnesota.
So when are we going? We got
They
to our
want us to
visit.
come.
Yeah.
We got to our video.
Well, if they,
I was-
the problem is If
That
they
would be
come
fun
out
as
next
shit.
year,
That
we're
would
gonna
be
have
fun.
to go out.
That would
That's
be
fine.
fun.
We got RV.
Because
Just
that would be
find
fun.
me a place where I can park it.
And I believe
Judd's
Well,
saying he's coming.
where they host the tournament,
Problem is,
It's Judd's house.
it's like his garage, like
No, it's his
barn.
house.
No, it's like,
But it's like,
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I could
It's
do
huge,
that.
right?
we should give him
Yeah.
some
Huge.
seat.
Oh, yeah,
Figure it
it's
out.
huge.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
there
so
won't
let's
be much
wrap it
room,
up.
right? It's
Yeah,
between-
yeah, we can wrap
Alright.
this up. So, yeah, go ahead, man.
all right, guys, listen, this was fun, awesome evening with Bobby 007, Ceydan,
Welcome to the league.
Klein, and the Wolf.
Can't wait.
This is a Wolf and Klein podcast, episode 4, season 2. We're out.